Hello, Goddess, and welcome to a brand new week, and therefore this week's Super Sign Sunday. My name is Rochelle Richard, and if you are new to my channel, here at Empowerment Experiences, we talk about all such things to reclaim your power, to view your life as a collection of empowerment experiences. And that's coming from a former pimped out, drug addicted prostitute. You get to choose, Goddess. And this self-love empowerment coach had discovered herself then to be on a twin flame journey, which I will tell you is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids. Very much. And that is how healing twin flames came to be. Everything, when we allow it, is divinely guided. When we allow ourselves to believe that it is, because it is. I had sat down the first time to record this video for all of us, and I started it, and it didn't feel aligned. So I went back, laid on my couch, meditated, and I'm here again. And while my mind wants to sit here and go, oh, we don't know what we're gonna say, I'm like, well, that's the point. Because you see, it's the ego that wants to know everything, Goddess. It's the ego that wants to control everything. And what happens when we do that, when we allow our egos to be in control? We miss out on so many things. And most of all, we actually repel, push away, block all that we desire, all that our soul desires, all that our soul is calling us toward. We resist it. Ego is of the fear. Fear is of the ego. Wow. That was a trip for a moment. Fear is of the ego. Surrender. Love is of the soul. Trust. And there's so much of that being asked of all of us right now, Goddess, is to surrender and trust and to just allow for your soul to lead you, and you just follow. Right now, I have found myself a bit dumbfounded in the space of I am on the board, or going to be on the board, of a newly forming collective vision business that is just mind-boggling, that I certainly, again, did not see coming. Yet the impact, the implications that it will have on this new earth rising is beyond what the ego mind can fathom. And every single step of the way has been divinely guided, because it was not something that I planned or sought out. Yet here I am, and I'm certainly excited and passionate about it, and anchored in the knowing that yes, this is aligned, this is divine. Stop questioning so much in the way of, well, what if it goes wrong? And there's so much that can be unpacked in that what if it goes wrong, right? Our minds say, well, with the way the world is, what if this never works out? Or what if this happens and it keeps me from it? Or what if that falls apart and falls through? Rather than just trusting all the way through. Because we are on a soul adventure here. And the whole point of an adventure, Goddess, is that we do not know all the details. In fact, we know so little, or else it wouldn't be an adventure. An adventure is a journey into the unknown, into that which you have not yet experienced, that which you have not known. Otherwise, is it an adventure? Unless, of course, yes, you convince your mind that, oh, going to the grocery store, the same grocery store I go to every day, is an adventure. By all means, yes, that's an adventure. But isn't the greatest adventure the one that you don't see coming? The one that isn't familiar? This is where we are, Goddess. This is the new Earth rising. This is what we're here for. This adventure. So find your brave. Have courage to step into this great unknown, to surrender to the adventure, to the journey, truly. I know this twin flame journey. Whew. Wow. Can it be so excruciatingly intense that you really don't know what to do with yourself, and you would really just rather be done with the whole damn thing, huh? It's part of the journey. A part of you being able to retrieve soul fragments, thus your power, from all those places which you find fear. It is on the other side of that fear that you will find your power. So, be like you're on the roller coaster and throw your hands up in the air and sure, scream, but scream with a smile. And trust that the universe got you, boo. The universe got you. Ride the ride. Just say yes, say okay. I'm not sure why I am pulled to this, feeling so called to this. I only know that I am, and therefore I am following. I am going. I am stepping out. I am rising up. I am allowing for this up level, this expansion to occur, because this is where we are, Goddess, is in this expansion space. We are in a whole new space. This last week, the 222 portal was a massive shift. That was incredible. And everybody I know is feeling it, that has reached out to me and we're talking. I definitely feel it. And I can see that my counterpart feels it for sure. Ooh. And that's been interesting. You've been so much being asked to give that attention to this movement, to release those things that were keeping you in that old space, right? Continue to do that. Continue to recognize that this serves you. This movement is imperative. It is vital to the movement of your journey, the movement of the vision forward. The movement and the adventure. I mean, you're on an adventure. Bust a move. This is the other side of that rebirth. This is you, a fresh, newly being born butterfly right now, stepping out into this brave new world that you do not know. And you are so excited for this adventure. So you're finding this courage to dance in the skies after that which has been this rebirth of you. And that continues as you expand into this new you. It is this reinvention of you. It is you choosing who you are, how you show up, the state of being that you are in, how you view things, how you want to experience things, and therefore how you do experience things. You recognize that you do have so much power, and that power lies in you. So take delight. Take delight. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because wishes. I used to have a landlord. He mowed the yard. He took care of things himself, and he hated these. They were weeds to him. And I would say, don't mow over my wishes. And then the little baby Pegasus horse. Oh my goodness, the little, so cute. And he's got the green and the, I'm just, all of a sudden a little momentito about the little petito. Yeah. Taking delight, goddess, that's what it is. To take a delight in the little things and be like, oh, wishes. Oh, the baby Pegasus. He's so cute. He's so cute. You got it? Do that. Be in that silly, feel-good space. Again, giddy like a child waking up the morning of field trip day. It was an adventure, right? And it was so easy to find that brave. I mean, it could be kind of scary going, oh my gosh, I don't know what the day's gonna be like. Or if you went to a dinosaur museum, that could be kind of scary. But you had to find your brave to go in there and check it all out with your classmates. Yeah, stepping out of that which is known to discover and explore the unknown. And this is where we are, because New Earth is unknown. We are the creators of that, the co-creators of that. And that's so much an incredible theme right now, is this collaborative space, is the coming together, the community. It is true unity, not conformity. It is allowing for the natural unfolding, the natural coming together on this adventure, trusting that on this entire soul human adventure here that we're on here, that we're all being divinely guided and brought together, connected as necessary, and the thoughts and the visions that come through us and into this reality we create together. But we must each take the necessary responsibilities for ourselves, accountability, responsibility, recognizing that you have to show up. You're not going to have an adventure if you don't choose to step into it. What you put in is what you get out. And so if you're putting into this adventure that you're afraid it's going to be terrible, I don't know what it is, I have to control everything, or the entitlement, there's a lot of entitlement energy that's been happening lately, because it's clarifying what is entitlement versus what's worthiness. Worthiness and entitlement are two different vibrations, two different energies, two different things. And it is that space of recognizing that I get to choose how I view my experience, this adventure. Do I need to control everything, or can I surrender and just trust my intuition? Just trust that everything's gonna work itself out. All I've got to do is focus on myself in the space of how am I showing up? What am I bringing to this? Am I bringing chaos, or am I bringing order? Do I have a grip over my inner state of being to where it is not total chaos that I'm bleeding into my experience? Or am I showing up, leaving all that baggage where it belongs, ready for this adventure, with the courage to let go of the things that I really don't need? My ego just thinks I do. That entitlement space. Like, no, leave it at the door, ego. We are going to trust, we are going to surrender, we are going to allow ourselves to be divinely guided, and we are going to know that everything is working out for everyone as it is supposed to, including for our beloved counterparts. I know for me, I am definitely feeling so much more light in my connection, so much more love in it, because there was a lot of pain and anger for a moment. The generational curse of forced marriage was, quite honestly, utterly devastating. It totally knocked the wind out of me for a moment. For sure. But that's what was necessary for things to rise to the surface, to be released from within me. That is what this journey is about, Goddess. Letting go of what no longer serves so we can continue forward with the adventure we've come to have. To not live in the past. To no longer carry what we don't need to be carrying, but rather to actually take with us the learning, which means to integrate and thereby implement those changes in our actions, our thoughts, our beliefs, and therefore in this world. This is what it truly means to be the change. Well, okay, boom, there's that first little, oof, we got some hopping. Say yes to the adventure, Goddess, say yes. This is what is happening right now, this amazing mantra that came to me when I was preparing for my trip and aligning with my trip to India to meet my twin flame in January of 2019. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Everything is working out for me because the universe always has my back. I trust, I surrender, I say yes to this adventure. So as we're going and growing through this, as you are this brand new butterfly just coming out of this cocoon into a world that, wow, you have to be the one to care for yourself in the way that you need caring for. That is what worthiness is recognizing that you deserve and are worthy of the love and care of what it is to thrive in your life. So ask yourself, how can you mother yourself, truly care for yourself through this continued time of transformation? Continued time of transformation. Because now you're exploring the butterfly that you are. And there may still be, undoubtedly, pieces of your cocoon, shall we say, that are still attached to you that you must continue to purge from yourself. As again, you grow into the butterfly that you are. Wow, and dance. I didn't even see this card. I laid down the transformation and I am looking up at the video, the camera. I'm looking up at the camera here. Oh, funny bone, not funny. I'm looking up at the camera here as though I am speaking with you. All right, so dance. Still, again, dance through this time. Movement. Don't just sit like a bump on a log. Yes. Honor those times when you need to rest, when your body is calling to you, thus the mothering yourself, and allow yourself to, like last night, there was some new movies, I watched some sci-fi movies last night. It was fun, right? It was just relaxing because I'm crocheting a new steering wheel cover for my car. I love my own crocheted, all cotton steering wheel cover that I make for my car, and this one's starting to degrade in the Arizona sun after 4 years, I believe I've been at 4 years, at least 3. So that said, that's what I did. However, it's recognizing that, okay, that was that downtime. Now it's time for that movement. That was why today, like I said at the beginning of the video, I sat down to do it, but things were they were a little wonky, a little wobbly. So I went, nope. Went and laid down and meditated. But there was a moment when I almost didn't want to get up because my pretty kitty girl was cuddled with me, and I thought about just curling up. That temptation was there to just not record my videos, not receive all these amazing messages that we all look forward to every week, because I do too. I love doing these videos. That's why I make sure to intend to complete them every week. And I was like, oh, no, we are not going to lay on the couch all day. It is time for that movement. It is time to, again, be stepping into who you are and who you desire to further expand into. What are these up levels? That is what is also significant and symbolic of that which is dance, because dance is representative of movement. While yes, action, there is the action card, dancing comes from that space of pleasure, of passion, of joy, of recognizing that the movement that you are making through your adventure here is a dance with the universe, with the other souls, the other co-creators that you're here with. This is the new earth energy. Flow. Collectively. Consciously. I am very much eager to hear what the Divine Masculine has to say. Grab a sip of water, and we're gonna all take a collective deep breath and kind of, do a little bit of an energy practice here for a moment, because I assure you, I feel so much shifting in the collective right now. Whether that is your Divine Masculine coming back in and the counterparts having a new, truly fresh start from a completely different space than where they've ever been before. For those who have had no communication for a few months at this point, which that would be, again, myself, because I am feeling that. There are those who I can recognize in the collective who may be where I had been with my counterpart, with the healing the addiction, thus the ego attachment of needing to constantly reach out to them and, send them emails, send them messages. I know that place. Oh, goddess. And then I know the breakdown that would come after that, after getting your fix for a moment, but it not really giving you what you wanted it. Oh, I'm so grateful to not be there, to be in the space where it's, again, more recognizable that I'm on an adventure, because that's what we are on. And it's the collaborations, focusing on your mission. I assure you, Goddess, when you allow yourself to actually pivot and give your attention to what you are creating, it truly, truly does allow for this twin flame journey to be so much more easeful. Dare I say easier? Because it is. Because you're not spending all of that time feeling so miserable about missing him and wanting to talk to him, that now you're feeling excited and optimistic and intrigued and in wonderment at what is becoming, what is happening, what is unfolding, what is being created in your experience that is truly having an impact in this world, because that's what you've come to have, to be. A light in this world, to show others you don't have to choose to stay in your pain. and your suffering, because by staying in our pain, we perpetuate our suffering. The pain is going to be there. The suffering doesn't have to stay. And so with that, we ask the beloved Divine Masculine, what message is there for us today as we begin a fresh start this side the portal of 2, 2, 2, 2, the two halves, or two whole parts to an even greater whole, because we are not half of anything, Goddess. That was intentional to say that as two halves, because you are not half of anything. You are whole and complete. And as twin flames, we then come together to create an even greater whole. Which is why you have to make sure you are retrieving all of you, thus reclaiming all of your power. So with that, we ask the Divine Masculine, what be thy message for this day? Well, he's flying out to cry out for freedom. That this is what we're doing here, Goddess. Liberation. The liberation of humanity. This is why we're here. That liberation must first begin within the mind, within yourself. Releasing these attachments of the ego and recognizing when ego is actually in charge and disillusioning you into thinking that it's not. Thus, a lot of the entitlement energy that happens and how spiritual bypassing happens. The ego is very, very sly. This is why meditation and journaling and all such things are so important. And of course, having a coach, a guide, a mentor to help keep you accountable. Wow. Because it is about coming back home to your magic. The magic of this world, the magic of existence, the magic of creation, the magic of all and everything that is. I'm like, that was intriguing. And I am definitely one of those who is a lucky number 13 believer. Friday the 13th, throughout my entire life, the system, the prevailing energy of that race, which is truly in charge of this planet, not for much longer, wanted us to believe that Friday the 13th was a scary day, was a bad energy day, an evil day. But for me, that never clicked for me. And I would always have such amazing experiences on Friday the 13th. Like I would win drawings and things all the time. I would end up getting a perfect score on my school assignment when I was so sure that I'd fucked it all up. So, number 13, focus on the good. Challenging times are improving. Turn your problems into your power. It's part of that movement thing. What you put out is what you get back. Fear is an illusion. Here's our courage card. False evidence appearing real. Right? That is what the ego creates is all of this false evidence that it appears real, but it's not. So much. Most of this whole reality is an illusion. So it is time to face everything and rise. Find your brave, find your courage. Fear is an absence of love. They are different frequencies, and I have spoken on this. We dive into this in my group, we can even talk about this on a one-on-one chat. Luck is alignment and power over your point of attraction. When we talk about, there's Friday the 13th, and then there's lucky number 13. So there's the contradiction in and of itself. There's the fear of Friday the 13th, but then there's lucky. It's recognizing that everything is based upon the intention behind it, the belief behind it. So it is time to be liberating ourselves from any beliefs, any intentions that are contradictory to the human spirit, that are contradictory to the expansion of our souls. It is the time of liberation. It is a time of breaking free of the cocoon, breaking free of the matrix, and saying, no more. I choose. I'm curious to hear. I'm being led by my curiosity. Two, one. Let's just see. 13 to 11. Break free from the past. Wow. Freedom, this rebirth, transformation. Let go of the old. Rid yourself of old sabotaging habits and thought patterns. Make space for the new you desire to flow in. Be alert to new opportunities. Be open to and focus on receiving the vision that you truly desire. Again, what are you focusing on? That's what it comes down to. Have patience with the time it is taking you to expand into your new self. Thus, again, this newly fresh, still sticky and wet from the cocoon, kind of exploring the wings, ready to take flight into an unknown, scary world, which is why you've got to find that courage to step out of that safe zone that you've known. And one of those safe zones is being in that space of attachment with your counterpart. You've got to step away. You've got to trust. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Allow yourself to see the things you'd rather not. So to heal that which you prefer to have forgot. Wow. It is definitely the time for focusing on what you're creating, for practicing with that muscle, with strengthening that muscle of what you're focusing on. Because yes, we're going to heal this, but a chunk of that healing, and I just saw 33 on my timer there, so we're going to have to check that number out too, is strengthening that muscles, all the muscles, for you to focus over here and then further expand into it, so you're not continuing to stay in the past, stay in the old. The old is gone. We've crossed through the portal, goddess. The timelines have shifted. We're in a new place. And now it's time to step into that adventure, to find your brave, to say yes to this. And just love yourself through it as you continue to go. It is again, many-layered and multifaceted experience we are having here. That's why I'm a self-love empowerment coach, where we look at all things relating to the self from the perspective of the soul and the interconnectedness of all of that. Let's check 33, shall we? growing pains. You have definitely been having that. Be aware of the evil forces that seek to dim your light. And that's the key here, is to be aware of them, because when you're aware of them, then they cannot have power over you. And those evil forces include the ones within your own mind, that toxicity that has been telling you, oh, you don't want to go there. We don't know what's over there. That might be scary. Let's just stay here where we're not happy and not growing and don't feel good and not in the lives that we want, right? It is time to step into the divinity in the sense of that which you are as an ascended master. You, as a twin flame goddess, are an ascended master. Yeah, we hear about the common ones, Jesus, Buddha, all of them. There's so many of us here now. And it's recognizing that if you say to yourself, if your ego is telling you, oh, that is just not me, I am just not, oh my goodness, she's just blasphemy, all of these brainwashing things from religion, that is you diminishing your divinity. You are the I am within you. You are directly connected to Source because you are of Source. So honor yourself, recognize yourself, acknowledge yourself, step into the power of that which you truly are, and allow then, therefore, for that power to be fully supported in you and from behind you. The winds of Source are at your back. I hear Abraham say this in these moments. The winds of Source are at you. Are so supported in what you are creating here, Goddess. You are so supported in this adventure here, this unknown space. All you've got to do is just trust and take the step. Only you can free yourself. And as you lead in this, the divine masculine follows. So we have humor, spontaneity, right? That is the adventure. That is an adventure. Spontaneity. Yeah. Love today's message. I do. If you are looking for more personalized guidance and to feel empowered in your own space of your journey, I am here for you, Goddess. This is what I love doing. If you're on my email list, I am definitely putting out blasts for specials that are happening and that I'm offering for, certain sessions and such. So be sure to be on my email list, which you can get on that by signing up for the checklist challenge and giveaway that's down below. And by all means, I'm on Instagram. I am on Facebook, but not super much. I'm working on being on that. The energy of a Facebook page is quite different from the energy of my YouTube, of even my email list, of Instagram. Yeah. So with that, though, I am there as well. So be sure to be open to allow yourself to receive the support and guidance that you require to get unstuck from where you are. I certainly would still be stuck in a lot of places if I didn't have the professional support that I do in my life. So with that, Goddess, you can book a session with me down below at iamempowered.as.me. That link, again, is in the description. Or, again, get on my email list, and I do have some things coming out. So make sure that my email is in your contacts and you move the email from any promotions or so is it social media? What is it? I'm not sure all the tabs in Gmail that it has. But move it into your primary, and that will teach Gmail that you want to receive my emails. And so you will, without having to go searching for them so much. All right? So with that, Goddess, I Wow, I am so grateful that we are on this adventure together. I am so excited for what is to come. We don't know, and that's what's exciting about it. And that all we've got to do is get into vibration, get into the frequency of that which we desire to experience here, find our brave, our courage to do so, to let go of the things that no longer serve, to disengage from people, places, things that do not lift us up, do not expand us, to move forward into the great unknown and build this new earth rising. It is an honor to serve beside you and with you, Goddess, in this magnificent adventure that we are on. And with that, I am also here to serve you, to help you get unstuck. Don't stay stuck, Goddess. Say yes to spreading your wings and taking flight. Because the power to do so is in your hands. Because it has always been inside you. Namaste.